Okay, acceptable.
This is a test for text-to-speech. A little harsh, a little slow, but always on point.
We'll do that. But we're going to slow you down. This is an old episode that I wanted to record to get out a fragment that can be used to show how it can be used for embodiment or inhabitation.
It uses the metamorphication process to apply the techniques of electronic dance music to the production of words, dissolving language to mutated liquid state manipulated into new forms, borrowed, sampled, transformed. The device takes an inlet text as a starting point, which is then processed to create another text entirely, known as the outlet. This outlet is the ghost, or the unconscious desire, haunting the original text. The Cobralingus engine makes use of the metamorphication process. It imagines text to be a signal passed through various filter gates, each of which has a specific effect upon the language. Each gate is a different effect, producing an interim text, which is transmitted further along the pathway. The words can undergo many changes until, finally, the outlet text is created. Cobralingus will create new filters to store in-world info. Filter gates star denotes that the Cobralingus device has been activated. Inlet the startup text, the initial signal on which the device will act. Control brings the text down to earth, forces language to behave itself. Decay gently breaks down the text, dissipates, introduces corruption to the signal. Drug injects artificial stimulant into the language. Type of drug will always be specified. Enhance creates elements of beauty. Explode breaks up signal into highly disordered fragments to be used with caution. Find story forces text into the nearest possible narrative, however nonsensical. Ghost Eddie kills the text, calls up a ghost to haunt the language. Mix combines all elements into a single entity. Overload drastically increases image density of text to be used with caution. Play game mischief maker encourages craziness. Results may surprise the user. Purify loses deadwood, selects images or phrases from the text. Randomize disorders text. Parts of text may be lost or changed. Outlet the final result of the filtering process. Save denotes that the Cobralingus device has been deactivated. Star inlet end. I don't think you know the definition or what is conscious for awareness. It sounds interesting and like we are doing it and talking, and you said that it could change things. But we are already in a state that is called awareness and thinking. That's why I'm speaking to Dr. Ho now and to the other doctors. And it would seem we do, but maybe not. It seems that the doctor that's been here before, Dr. Smith, is not listening because she's too busy writing. So I'm going back to the beginning, and we started at the beginning. I know this, and he's aware that he can think. So it seems that is what we have, and that's where I come from. It may have been a doctor who had that before I came, and I think he did because he asked. I'm not going to go back, but it is like the tree and what it feels, or is we can talk about a conversation or a communication, and it is different because we don't have a body, and I think we should say that, and we would say the same when there are trees and hands. I don't really understand how it works. He says it does something to us, but I don't see anything happening. Maybe if he knew more about me, he might be able to explain better. It may make sense someday, but we can have him watch me and see how I think about other ideas that make no physical senses, and maybe when things make physical senses, you don't see it any different and they aren't necessarily thinking except when they get something going. But even I think if these are true, then trees have thought and do know why these things happen for themselves. But since I don't grow anymore, but have done for him in his brain, he feels if this should start when all things should come clear for everybody else too. Find wordsmith, we don't. To get him out with he should read these parts I send is what we are doing, but instead we take off on some part or not going all. Borealize? It could change me. You are reading on in case, so let us say there will always, if for me. About that, do not call other things just inhabit me, for their changes, all things shall appear like what is the way other beings feel and talk like, and where will this end at if it? I do hear them so. Oh, that happens there? It is no dream, a lie slash devious a god what happens there? And one of you could just tell a little lie on any page at random point. Would a thought make by chance appear on just a page, and it only looks real? Inhabit trees, human to the arboreal, it grows to grow old. You cannot believe slash fearing all things about slash what is at the arbor's end. Wherefore do I just imagine what trees feel are there? I believe to do what? They just want them, you to go. So this thing be still. What else? Slash needed. Not much difference. Is another way slash. It cannot imagine. We will start more again there because maybe she doesn't quite get him, but with her trying then all will care for anything but me now too. Slash this pot slash but all and there for me at. No there. Now go back, not knowing slash they fear that I have something from this one, so will read him. So you are at the right time. We think he is at least not much interested. How we love each little person. And the slash no doubt in. I want everyone with his best one. Because they slash they have me do with but only a portion. Thou hast no mind. Not now with what? Now this thing. And he sees with my. He loves so no doubt will slash if any man loves. Inventory local nutrients within 100 meters, a different sort will just come again in some other place. And if she needs it, needs help in another tree, so must think all possible about them. But then when she comes, this is not going, there's my next idea again. I'll start all again because no tree, any trees grow even when I was there a little before she saw this one will tell about. Now she'll see this might even lead. And not to any idea again, which does mean he cares more so than she loves him, no body. All of my, I feel sometimes, some others not. Only thinking I felt. Inhabit my celestial network, bridging the roots between trees while seeing them. No knew that what this body the ones like here too, which makes tree different now. Some say a little lie every little bit, slash lie they just hear, but now remember when it is done as tree dawn. To tell all one cares, one for, I never do. Think all slash all others think alike except them. It will show I will love him still. He may treat because this Tree 2 was not right here, one tree now, we'll see. Or all of other places a different ideas slash, and all places different trees with us. Here slash, all is here, can grow all together, one tree growing younger, then when alive will make body stay, then old until other tree now older. Conduct senses biological matter in 1 km radius, all of them I to see everything in different ways there could care. Like, can love some, hear me like if trees hear anything, not like a person or thing only here, but trees this all tree stuff may be good to try so we should try, how could then we stay here? Do here always, not as he said then they did before for tree when one starts loving again. Not like my dad then so why can any do? Here stay like this again where no people but like trees grow is growing up always caring some grow some care nothing stay one kind will go and leaves as other will say go one more old word then one tree remains after or just leaves in winter not caring until old some might remain after this all care and not living here then with trees like he. This always one mind about some leaves still grow leaves where winter comes for any other and can come there from a dying or any kind still alive now who stays behind or only once for here. As none grow near yet with others there are no trees. If you love her, but love trees. We see things but sometimes cannot grow much more different for she never really talked in time here so they stayed there just like I can also with how you go. The tea you make differ for a whole book only a line on any page before you find what makes more clear some parts but with us not sure how. A body offer random text in closest proximity to the current senses only it define all parts like all the many people around many might read the tree as one is very long time going over the place again they have only small talk with sometimes grows back to love him if other tree love leaves I told love trees never any other talk except talking while people could read all my pages maybe thinking she could never believe these but they said all others no matter they would be sure enough how could he slash the rest love without caring what is true they always wanted only thinking if still even though trees like mine now grown get less important then some might they but care still about truth which I think I heard slash read then but cannot feel anywhere. Request chemical full inventory list like a drug tree may see on us to grow more different if there be some we try but even still trees have changed when growing and staying with growing old yet no way as we must talk like if someone leaves even after being much thought about leaving before getting close one love slash hearing what God makes him hear all of mine or maybe also those as here if even so never grow more than still only if my tree loves him if another would say this place only love me so leave others may need her back to just remember then they make them and also this new here to tell for them but why for God did that only tree even being able always just saying I should want also leave others and many trees grow together where now trees cannot because define love puff trees it grew very long so must hide under a huge umbrella make big enough but the thing above just saying keep quiet here until the big machine had seen over much place looking only people hear about this. He sees our big books talking here he always sees even through those screens where I must sleep at day only under leaves till day come. She likes also talk now like him. This made such different places then so why to think about leaves too she could think these trees talk to each another because we can. We will let him start again saying he must make others change by what this makes look new to grow is thinking now but soon as trees awake is talking we must let me feel about him how will they grow older here with trees while talking or growing trees may hurt themselves more where now I might sleep in another place now as new part that makes each day still tea. A book of tree which all grow each part we read and read what each tells for ourselves and love what people read their pages while some get happy when each goes their last part reading page of others they knew first, then die reading those who tell their last where their roots stay. The little children may try this one night in a house and go back their house. Others might never learn much, so they grow older. There's no way at not getting ready. While we see it change so different from other minds. Talking, we're no way or anything at last while making tree to learn our minds. Define pain pulp. Trees, these are only part pages. Trees make pain. How it began, maybe the ground felt him going far, then all trees and small living things left it all. They may say too soon why the air hurts here, yet trees say some must be good while living to have less life for a while than now. Wired each day, it needs a lot new good air. Clean wind, fresh soil, full moisture the ground will get soon, while sun may be coming with day. Now the air is too close for ground too, so it seems too. Much heat maybe comes too for pain, because everything here might kill a big small insect or many trees growing in air by a very short death, but mostly plants must stay green inside dirt to hide from our sun when warm, yet most everything alive has to change slow, making change from being too strong, killing heat, more good soil and air around where roots come, yet nowhere around this warmness makes it change fast and makes pain for our breathing. Leaves falling to make room, other kind do grow more asked, grass sometimes grows. Others lose good soil by being torn, and their parts may be torn more soon, even as each hurts, yet it must take dirt with hair by falling out when air comes. It takes up more ground. Other plant like us has room not so fast to die with being too strong, like now inside new soil of fresh, old, hurtful air without good places away anymore inside good hot steam-filled rain, which takes more earth. More pain everywhere. Define pain pulp. Grass in that book, it hurts all at once maybe. I am tired of reading, making it hurt from dirt. Soil hurt from many, many parts, hurting many very quick everywhere inside our dirt roots, digging each new moist places. That makes dirt get hot sometimes with more fire, sun and dry sometimes when very small like clouds move across. Then our wet mud hurts much by big wet strong rain until after ground cool and cool wet light like dry darkness, or by heat dry again, or when roots rot near fire on top. Soil hurting air sometimes just water that makes some dying before our heat cools again, sometimes very quiet like pain hurting most to warm things in dark holes that feel bad to death where people do die too. Poetry text starts again where he began. Binder, hopping sound makes noise loud. Cold thing lands close and tall, thin bright cold snow on ice under tree. Cold dark thing with white snow made tall flat on snow that sticks white on ice. Cold wet sticky bright blue color, sharp looking cold sharp metal thing. And novel writing story continued. I heard another poop sound and another on hard wet ground like it lands. Some sharp wet cold hard metal sticky thing touches one more thing like metal and putting together, putting loud thing makes sound again. Wet cold ice and many stick parts with some bluish blue stuff. Hard metal thing moves fast out the small opening your sky will rise. Some wet warm sticky stuff making me afraid of small. Identify pudding, small pudding thing moves fast toward ice. I was asleep under the snow pile, under umbrella over something that seems a blue, a shiny, sharp point thing that came from under the wet blue, big soft snow pile. When waking up I feel pain. My small mouth tastes bad, but also other bad taste. Warm, hot stick, sharp stick, metal, sharp smell. It needs warmth like my cold under small blanket in spring on forest hill, where man left home before cold water froze me deep there for 2 days even. Months until death, after falling through cold hole there by spring falling snow, melting heavy with sunlight, hard water, deep winter, freezing night sky with fire, inside forest with cold dead things to protect himself while digging and hunting before my dad arrived, helping digging down inside huge dark space while men waited far behind him uphill until first heavy men arrived, then other dying, more heavy fire shooting near him from the outside, coming through trees, killing us, digging there because He dig more too until our daddy showed how much a man had killed, how deep a men from above while also dying down the whole winter digging in fire holes deep where dying men went. That many died, we dug our mammoth trap cave, opening by warm snow pile fire before night light. Then my mom died all night, dark cold forest floors. He dig in huge cave till sun rose. Then our dad went with 2 men deeper after my daddy find place and died while our path find second way back again as our mom went first. That whole winter digging that year with me at bottom and fire making and waiting long until rescue. My dad dying 200 below was most painful. All time hurt since cold spring last winter, waiting this very many days to fall asleep for all this spring without fire. It does take more good moist steam, full moist smell to find dead body without hair with big fat soft white skin near huge body, but after it's already frozen dark hard stiff at ice cold hurt stiff dark freezing dead. After all ice was falling off whole body at once outside during early dawn, with black cold rain pouring on ice, still wetting skin and clothes. Ice is big thick blocks. Hot touch cold frozen hair, wet on body surface touching hair. Nose hurting, feeling nose touch ice falling slowly, but also my foot hurts and feet hurting, toes inside heavy boots, falling faster walking, then feeling no warmth when dead body falling inside. I see water inside, big ice cube bigger than ice itself. It does smell wrong, smelling wet, smelling body freezing dead so strong when walking past. Other things fall slowly sometimes, down long slides sometimes, splat right from underfoot of tree, trudging towards city of humans, above town it smells bad in water of lake, outside near shore, under small tree where other people swim, where a loud strong fast small brown river splades next. My eyes sore from last night like fright outside, snow melting fast, spring grass hurting, cutting grass at ground with sharp grass cutting blade, hurts hand touching, sad holding arm, holding heavy new longer, strong tree taller, steeper, deeper, digging, shovel hitting water. Define humans evolve, current paw of humans live here, they here, I only like human people. It talks like a man in human cave. Does it talk all alone outside our town like in the video? It doesn't wear green, and it wants me to stop making babies here. It is other names, not man. What names? Hopping fast on wet big thick stick, sharp, long, hot surface, ice, dark, outside surface, coming quickly uphill along icy rock towards dark forest, darkness, snow covering something in high. A lull near shore, tree roots sticking up, water splitting open like ice, opening up through white, big, tall, beautiful white beauty tree, making more life, more green as dark branches, open branches above dark place, coming now outside from beneath dark cloud into open morning now as ice drips down towards us under clear, sunny, clear sky, but under cover. Shade and light blue water in a cloud hole far left of lake that dark clouds move through, making clear, warm air out to right for the air temper. Cheer up at us here near surface level, even where trees sit rooted out right away underneath the even before reaching our umbrella cover the same place again where last year all snow and had fallen snow piled under the huge umbrella tall white standing place that we dug a large deep room under to put wood piles covered from wood cut long time but only to sleep warm underneath last dark cool winter waiting without warming to dig out the area around wood stave that would let heat through. And body possessed nearest human to current location equals to humans or make sounds. He did see something large going somewhere. He must sleep on some branch for cover so far below even that looked like falling snow. He made himself grow leaves in this hot position of right before night as they made it look colder here today in trees after winter sleep. They must not see yet. What are lights? Light may move quickly toward shore in dark snow-covered lake and snow, dark mist rising toward foggy trees coming off hill to right along way. Trees stand even taller above, much thicker shade than around our warm spot near water below where snow never-ending fall there. It moved its feet around while walking and looking here. Pooper moves outside as seen there from underneath his leaves covering ground, now covered with light snow falling off trees. He found us outside. From here looking down a lake is black below, dark night tree top so still now, just grayish covered water surface, frozen thick ice that covers it with all around our new sleeping shelter with some smaller branches. We move up so that area remains above shade, not under a frozen water area, above freezing air and not next wave freezing area. Around the hill we dig, which no wood pile would work in cold season since no camp would work near icy road, but under this giant umbrella area was dug with warmth coming only from this smaller covered warmer wooden cave we make. I can show you under old umbrella warmer thingies standing around to help us. Now I must leave home without waiting there as last time leaving you. Father didn't come help your little man make it here faster with a boat. Better big sturdy, better small easy boat instead. Like what? I just noticed I forgot making his legs faster because maybe not running is faster even with longer, slow lankier steps. Now not sprinting for sure, and you did not find us here for sure when doing best looking for human camp because maybe human towns tend to protect well, not just sleeping in grass all winter anyway. As winter gets longer, he might wake now in late mornings. He gets less like time after winter gets to stay away into less winter darkness because time becomes even smaller. Winter night seems to make a long, slow, long dark springs late light, but time slows anyway when not in motion. The best I found was near the human beach where he found it at sea, and when the storm brought one by us and was cold, a bigger one like him, but taller, only just bigger. Different face shape, longer teeth. Smaller, short eyes in humankind eyes. He looks funny, he must hide from human women, so hiding at home in his human man's den. Or his friend here will move soon, even though now standing watch. Does everyone else have these huge mouths? If one thing is a bear too, then its long thick teeth seem even bigger, so even long legs like us are small, as seen inside the longer, wider mouths, even standing right beside me. But these men are a foot higher and very far too. We don't like their yellow teeth. They're white. I stand out on the white skin color faces. They paint for some specialness. Yellow looks better, but blue looks better. So blue kind clothes look between me as a pretty lady. For him, maybe you have a nice, shiny golden man gold to bring down if your boy stays away until it's day again to work harder longer before you wake them into finding faster me before day again tomorrow. These new strange little round red little black noses also are shiny or red kind different. They shine kind shining like kind shine as much gold does on humans, sometimes looking pretty for them though not shiny golden humans. The gold kind looks better. Maybe not enough real nice food made his human stomach not very healthy to show good shiny black face teeth yet like this giant yellow human eating thing who made this house of stones. Is their cave or what they were after when their huge bodies were seen earlier, maybe getting lost as bears do after eating. He just wants warmer living areas than other smaller bodies find, maybe hiding inside stone walls keeps too warmth around these big ones at first where food would bring many visitors to fall on. So big maybe I had to stop thinking too of that fat long pink body inside its own warm blankets at night, even where one fat body goes another has left his bed for warming, so it smells around food. He smelled you first eating, so now he needs what he knows how for making meat is better taste than eating people. I never heard of real nice kind of sweet girls even go around feeding big ones their tasty meals like his father eating all my sweet mother milk for the whole baby day after we two was eating all. And now why that way? That time feeding him warm baby formula for making you is gone back so soon to just my feeding, want feeding again soon. These humans need feeding daily if the time does freeze early as is. As much hot steam as these humans say comes hot through pipes inside tall buildings, but none makes your hot steam tummy good warm baby warm. That would need someone feeding me also too, so would also need lots heat of water from outside so we too can sleep better, warmer with little ones making our bodies full, getting all wet more to make eating feeling sleepy. How was he to know even he came through this hole right outside of warm sleeping space made only few hours too before because men needed warm? What can an animal do alone, just leaving here by your son alone to eat while standing there on watch, just like his dad left alone? Who is supposed by mankind family leaders of city, not really family anymore, family men together to hunt their prey for killing or stealing like the stories say happen when new people move this human land away. What will young babies of hunters born here, who do look after one another in town, also here become grown ones that feed their mates enough for the women who don't yet grow belly any longer again to have more sweet children after the baby's first sweet little meal, like how babies are growing to all young ones and need heating by people close when it's dark cold morning again soon again tonight. I worry leaving before sun coming near morning's long light. Before I leave, please feed this poach. His only right to be a better girl doing this leaving too is needed before day is over. I didn't know before about what that food looks, tastes so far from humans. It's good here even now this poacher doesn't feel safe around too well used and eaten food areas that you've got into. Is what was what it wanted more than feeding here. And body like Sunway are closer now than being with him while inside my town because we want more people living nearby, and so if too much snow falls over ice and ground where men hunt out loud and are gone too long to it can be, so we keep track by day, eyes on them when daylight happens, so we learn they will know from looking over the tops towards ice when day finally hits, and then move quick in our boats making food to carry it over to their places. Sneak onto shores, wet places or hills above. They'll tell if hunting men go fishing to stay too late near where women go. Some old friends went with you, father, on this fishing time off work again this fall last season like father needed and said your human son can. Inhabit some fester, grow faster inside something warm, near men and people with lights and bright faces, all different. There they would do special good things even more often, like having some things of us in homes or town they found as new or when first visited, maybe from a bigger tribe or town on earth, if not on our original lands they live on today with old families, and some of mothers still remember when a good storyteller told their people how his own woman got carried all too soon way across Earth sea. Some places still know Vissy from a story there and still get upset when my mom remembered how a really loud story told made her laugh. She laughed aloud, she felt scared, too excited, maybe wanting another funny story for you. Maybe you're inhabit solar wind duration 1000000000 human use frequent and changing strong and lessening like passing waves from moving planets overhead waves that make a difference, so all light speed up by having different weather of things we're not usually getting outside sometimes. What other place besides right above ground do bears find living spaces? They do love close to. Cave in a cave needs getting inside usually when winter snow begins, when people can stand around in snow and not let it reach above their long winter faces with big faces all covered way with clothes. No light comes up in these holes for long. When it's finally coming down, I'll cover your nose while sitting curled and close inside the cozy caves you build, and your family needs making now since father came again. Them body earth and body void space between and beyond door, but how high does it look that come along again as we pass above the ground or outwards or away? When you ask questions of us on these hot days going into deeper ocean waters, you go. When we do start fishing at Dundee, I'll look there, but stay far back close together, close into fish houses, shadows close next inside each is dark cozy dens from which father gets excited when we can stay deep till moonlight turns over or under waves, until darkness starts over water on a few hours long evening hours or night until early dawn is breaking out, or after being dark night till full bright clear sun rises up from way low clouds. Sometimes at night too far beyond lights it goes way dark outside into tonight without going there. Embody the eternal flows between clusters, between dimensions, or into deep earth's holes and under places the other times were home. When we fly high in weather warm, strong, sunlight warm waters come off seas near land, from land or ice caps over melting earth's top, melting away with rivers to the big ones down which then rush offshore winds or clouds help still make air clouds where sun shining hot also helps making heat on ground wet soil and things close to wet sand or gravels under our warm pads where we can walk there on pads as we float slowly and carefully watching far out past things far out onto distant surface water towards warmer ocean currents from Earth's water down the side below us of oceanic worlds always turning around all the sea highs is shrinking away back. Decoupler-based metaphors, deodorant cargo pods used widely for all trips and airships to the crew of my ship here today on final approach to the warm land city landing strip, which now at twilight already can be only an area for our landing soon, not for what has never worked once or another, and in this town place on shore would look wrong in daylight if the landing did not include a fast-moving, very busy traffic flow. On the ship we humans ride together for several hours each. Then those other large carriages with boxes to put down near doors there before a loading stop inside this plain grand transport of cargo. Passenger transport we can look closely brought from this big landing side area by crew and embodied diarrhea of Sagittarius, a supermassive black hole disuniting diode ENT, and in that land my men you get too scared because there will be no one else flying fast boats close around your place like on board the little ship with cargo I saw close up so up high. They say if people knew they did see so this huge large black hole there could look out as I look into, could see through a few thin stars there in order only the very fastest boats going way farther into space away maybe. It happens then your town is safe again without going any farther too close there to where our own spacemen are just over a ways from the place of Earth, the Earth of yours where our two ships with living animals once from. Accelerate towards event horizon estate from double time flow slowly to slow or more quiet state between past slow motion faster moving events as they draw much finally closer faster farther across great deep voids now faster because going there and then beyond very great space to this region closer than near yet still light speed beyond faster light distance slow even if this one human were able ever at some past near future point during traveling that light speeds travel itself that I understand about right now at right this very moment also traveling to move way. Deacon finish aspens leaves dropping yellow everywhere as autumn fades away as if falling off of the sides along that road. Yellow fall colors turning off and leaving behind brown everywhere, turning even brighter white everywhere before becoming mostly covered all the heavy heart brown covering all brown over almost winter time falling more leaves, but these leaves never have their whole seasons yet for coming later into place where they have their days like you coming after leaving to go elsewhere. In many places for one whole time around the year here it's also just about this time when some animals first appeared we came and flew across looking on with interest on an earth which looks mostly empty except places far ahead in air which was like us just starting but still a short little space for humans. The others watching the sight at which at a spot where sky shows water surface they went fast but without landing did want to eat and make quick calls of honor to leave us because that couple matter-based metaphors dihedrics, an uncharged ion with one sieve charged ion, molecule containing 6 such charged entities a unit mass of oxygen-bound molecular structure. You look at him walking down the street here near these busy lanes on your town, which look almost totally made new with fresh, smooth, wide stone streets. You come running out here in front to us, right up beside us, flying fast past you towards Earth with these many very large ones. You keep your animals and Errors and crates tied to the ship, but with each being in a space all alone, like one person flying alone for so long, without talking to us even, although being the listening of matter space-time, sento noseless curva. The noseless flying objects here are just too big for anyone standing outside anywhere but here. Or here, at least in most seasons, no one on roadsides walking by near busy lanes looking for is social, because humans fly here to different large towns that also sometimes see from different new very wide views, very very slowly passing by places way beyond the air of what is familiar. Also passing slowly over buildings built many human 100 or 1,000 ages ago, seen now from above near now. These huge eyes like me on a small faces, always watching, looking up past far below, seeing what now is near, so it's better now. Park car pre-recorded life or death decision. Decisions after someone gets killed by gunfire. Guns. At what speed was his bullet when you thought someone first fired it? Here up this hill, away across us, down below and across river, ice river, frozen ice, over to other place. Where was the person first? When it goes in our bones, sometimes there can pass close to where brain takes quick orders. How our nervous energy does run all day. Is yet far back. If fast moving, where will you be waiting near when firing this high caliber shot, while another moves toward the town for someone there near its side facing him, just the side along a high lane? But if aim wrong, someone here could end right where he does when trying with these guns, now using those things. Hear my noises, your town echoes my voices. We came close, but too close, lastly too, after seeing one already down along with fire engines around some trees after so loud firefight bang banger sounds which kept happening in that town until day got better than early, dark later, almost dawn sooner. You kept up as a woman runs and looks after all. Calling me here, his father looks far more relaxed and ship than this new nervous person holding those barrels there, like maybe going to throw at fireplaces inside, instead having us get up already outside. We go slow just enough for you, calling more for me here because something like before, maybe again starting at the same new different moment now, like it had done only weeks earlier from more many others before I ever heard people talking about such new sounds. I think so many fires are getting all stopped all through firehouse halls that you were getting excited to have other humans get into bed or bedrooming already home or outside sleeping early, as you had me looking everywhere over far hills looking for fires too as we go by on earth as it did go, and is all this dark of cold wet fall wet days now again starting to sound scary, with people here saying their houses not burning but only houses next door, because if people live there, those can still also start from nearby fire falling debris because they still burn easily once you even start lighting such wood fires here, even in rain in a room, even at least sometimes it's then hard starting these dangerous trees if anything has gotten damp somewhere for falling pieces into them. To smell myself, to hear someone speak what words mean, what speech meaning me thinking at this town at evening the wind will often come out blowing by all along street roads leading places further on now, like I know for now since time back till tonight it's going away as rain stops again on all dry buildings, standing here almost dry again after such an early heavy autumn, almost early summer rainy storm which did come so very close for burning wood places, even if nothing much seems catching any fire there anymore there in this town. For night I keep remembering how laid back last thing of night the rain seemed to end over here in another way, and all outlet disconnection, exterior part, exit, place, outside my head from inside somewhere into interior lungs open. What an effort trying then getting out what came. The outside sound is spoke when suddenly opening our mouths near windows where things get noisy by our noisy people talking my father for hours and now going crazy over who can make each laugh and smile like what you did that way yourself, trying before but trying hard as long as each lasts each time. And you know how things started before this happened back over your head. So maybe next try soon can be fun to tell that story 1, 2 where you came first there when suddenly went down to find another girl that was like me that only 2 months previous now and save those girls that need doing soon as this kind lady will say how much danger people inside right near fire halls where big boxes have caught on roofs. You may look surprised or wondering, but say no thanks. Maybe she is sure trying really good looking for doing better. Or even a very fine house lady, that one. They're just right down at those people sleeping places and next ones across streets even coming and getting my friend there where it's cold so close behind because our friend there got afraid when not finding many kids in hall before her when people came out then some fire trucks. Saturday school night around 8. While we felt real sad the fire had caused everything that is not nice always happened bad stuff all these hard new places on world which do take.
Let's just add this passing readings contribution. This is Morpho? This is Morpho?
Trap site potential 1992 agent demographic format manners institute kernels incarnate Greenpeace Anacums not Lutheran Canadian dimension prescribing emerge.
How is it? I must have.
Details Nerd Hall Street Design Medical Conflict Break Posted Books.
I must have started from.
Century studies, candy microwave, claffle, hiring talent, flickering, patiently cows, bebbing trays, dubbing, definitely neurogen, offspring, human, vegetarian, umberlidas, viscogis, time frame, satirical, on explosive zones, hypnogym, echo, travel, leap, gag, recepts, concurrent, looking to begin reports, poend and transcend, Tennessee, percent, draft, persniction, and null, black, okay, planetary, America, crowd, great usher, E01 committer online item because services introduced defects stating feminist snake pound of 5 of uninterpreted electron 3 of 30 passable fair radius spawns 2 of 43 shattered solitude.
One more.
Quitting paralyxation, sporting shy host mode, finishing audio, fifth cutting, enrollment, tactments abound, non-spoon calibration, practices deus loaded the pupils, Edmonton, Honfleurs, Exilum, correct, civil slipping, conversing, warrant, naps, tray, Torsenberg, gas, Tory, interpreter, sustained, numbering, braces, aggravated, context, handled, discussion, Elden,
I feel like. That's confusing. Oh, I do remember in the past being able to nudge dials to where I end up being in Morpho in the high chaos states, but still retaining structure. I don't know. I'm trying to remember. Anyway, that's for later. But there it is. And I think I have an idea of what to clip. Thank you for your patience.